What's up, everybody?
Hello.
Happy Tuesday.
Remember that? Happy Tuesday. Happy Sore Tuesday.
This is weird. Cheers, Jameson. Jameson hour.
Orange Turkey Hill iced tea.
Orange iced tea. Oh, no diet root beer tonight, huh?
It is diet, but
You're
no root beer.
changing it up a little bit.
Yeah. Let's say we got some. Who's in it? Who is in the
We
chat?
got all kinds. I'll go backwards to forwards. We got Large Guitars, Larry. We got Preston Smith. Hey,
Hey,
Preston.
Preston.
Dan in New Jersey. Rick Hefner. Epiphonium. Mitch. Who's this guy, Mitch? Never heard of him. Some guy.
That's me. That's me. I thought we had a duplicate.
Ann Ridenauer and DT. Hi, Ann. Say hi to Bill.
Hi, Ann and Bill.
We're going over to Ann and Bill's on Saturday and
Cool.
see the movie stars in the swimming pool. It's going to be a nice day, too.
Very cool.
It'll be hot the rest of the week, though. It's hot down here,
What?
folks.
I just took the dog out before we went before 6:30.
Uh-huh.
And it seemed like it was a tad not quite as humid. Seemed like it was.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. It might be me, but
At 5:17, it was 93 degrees in Catonsville, so pretty
but
humid.
if the humidity is down, it might not be too bad.
It's supposed to rain tomorrow and Thursday. And then Friday, it chills out a little bit.
Well, I had my got my shoulder X-rayed,
Right.
and that was like 8:30, 9:30 this morning. And then I went to therapy at 2:00, and they had the results. And from what they can see, it doesn't show. It's not X-ray is not going to show tears or anything, but everything else looked right. And so I did a bunch of exercise, lifting weights and stuff like that. 3-pound, 2-pound, 3-pound dumbbells, and
I'm surprised they had you doing that before they get the MRI because your skeleton's fine,
Well,
but if you have muscles or ligaments,
he had the X-ray, so he saw. It says they wanted that before they did anything.
Oh, okay.
And but I mean, what they did, it's not gonna make it tear. If there is a tear, it's not gonna make it any worse. But and then my neck was really messed up too. He said because it was like my neck has just been having a lot of stiff necks lately. But I felt pretty good when I got out of there. Of course, time I got home. I mean, I'm not too bad. I haven't taken any. The doctor gave me some Flexerol, which is muscle relaxer, but it makes you tired. So I took one of those yesterday, and I was out of it. That's why I didn't do nothing online yesterday.
Right.
And I was in bed, I think, before 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
12
Don't take a muscle relaxer during the show. You might fall asleep.
Yeah, he said, make sure if I'm planning to drive, don't take it. Don't take it. And I said, no, I won't. And then ibuprofen. I've been taking that. And actually, I have this arthritis medicine that I have for my knees, and he said I can use that on my shoulder. So I did that yesterday when I came in for the doctors. Darn if that helped somewhat. But I didn't take anything today. I was going to wait until tonight.
Hey, there's more. I think it's Marco. Yeah, Marco. Yeah, Marco. Gunroar Guitar.
Yeah, yep.
Germany. What time is it in Germany, for God's sakes?
Epiphonium.
What are you doing
And
up so
Quentin
late,
James.
Marco? Quentin James.
Quentin James. Hey, it's Quentin James. But
Yeah, Quentin says you only took one. You're a rookie. He is a rookie.
well, it said I can take three a day, but I didn't get home till I took it afternoon. I don't know what I took. I took one, but I mean I would take. I'm not going to take 3 at one time, but it's up to 3 a day you can take. But I might take one after the show.
1 a.m. in Germany. Marco, you rock, dude. Good for you, man. Cool to see you in the stream, in the chat. Very groovy.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, you can have some. You stop by Baltimore. I'll hook you up with some Jameson or anything else. There's Janice. How you doing? Janice just finished your reaction video. Oh, you did a reaction video, Quentin? To Alibata? Do you do another Alibata reaction?
I didn't know that.
It'll be another 20,000 views.
No, mine only got. But he might get
17,000.
I didn't get that much.
You got 17,000. That's closer to 20 than 10.
Yeah, but some people do. Some people do a lot better. And I haven't played guitar. I'm like itching to play. I might, if I'm feeling up to it, I might play it. Try to play tonight. You know, one of my electrics. I feel like you were on your telly, and I've been thinking about my telly lately.
Yeah, I do like it. You know, I just have
Oh
to play
yeah.
it more, and I brought it up. You know, I had it downstairs for about a month, and I brought it up, and I hadn't played it since I've had it up here. So I got the, you know, I don't want to bore everybody with the golf bullshit, but you know, I had the 3 putt blues. 3 putts means that's one or 2 putts too many per hole, and that's what I was doing a lot of Sunday. Or had a hell of a round, but
Todd,
I
I'll be
played
right
this.
back. I have to get
Good.
some a show and tell thing. I'll
Yeah,
be right back.
I'll bore everybody with golf, and then I played this morning at 6:30. Went solo out there. I finished in about 3 hours, and more 3 putts. But hey, Rick Hefner just did a video. Very cool, Rick. I like it. And then somehow I missed your when you played your Les Paul. I don't know because I have you on notification, Rick, and I watched the you know when you I guess we're just noodling around on the Les Paul. Sounds good, man. That guitar sounds good. I take it that today's video was the Les Paul, Rick. If you haven't watched it, Mitch, Rick Hefner just did a video today.
Did
Nice
he?
jam. Yeah,
I'm going to have to
good
listen
job.
to it.
Yeah, it's very good. Sounded good, Rick.
I have a show and tell. If
What
I
do you
may.
got?
Well, let me solo myself. Margaret and her daughter went to. They have the York County Fair started last
Oh,
week,
cool. Right.
and they had REO Speedwagon and Sticks play. And Margaret went to it last. I think it was Saturday night. So
Oh, you didn't go? You didn't go and watch the band?
No, they had free tickets. They had 2 tickets.
2 tickets. Okay.
Yeah, and her
Cool.
daughter asked
Nice.
her to go,
I like Sticks.
and they got me a t-shirt. They got me this t-shirt, and they left during I think Sticks started playing first, and the REO Speedwagon, but they left in the middle of REO Speed just to beat the crowd because, like, my wife's not used to walking. She was using the cane the next day, so too much walking for her. But she said it was good.
Janice is ordering pizza. Janice, you're not cooking on Tuesdays. Last week she had Stouffer's lasagna. Now she's getting carry-out pizza. With nothing wrong with that. Don't misunderstand me, but
I could live off
she's quite a
pizza.
chef. There's Johnny Bean in the house. What's up, Johnny?
Hey, Johnny. How you doing?
You guys get bored with us at 8 o'clock, head on over to Johnny's channel. He's Tuesday night, 8 o'clock every week. Good show.
What else I was going to say?
You should bring that show that shirt later on too, when more people.
All right.
Because I think we probably only have about 10 or 15 people. Yeah, 15 watching.
Right now, yeah.
So hopefully. But if not, everybody saw it.
But I didn't do the thumbnail until like 2 hours. What? I don't know, two.
Johnny, it's my pleasure, buddy. My pleasure.
Here's Johnny.
And for you guys, because most of you folks that are in the chat right now generally watch us. Next week we will be going. I think, hey, Mitch, let's do Wednesday next week.
Yeah,
Nobody does Wednesday night, do they?
Yeah, Hack's doing 7 Tuesday, so we can do Wednesday next
Let's
week.
do Wednesday night at 7. That
Okay.
way we're not going on at 8 o'clock on Wednesday, head to head with Johnny.
You just
Hey,
wanna-
Paul
you
Lou's
wanna-
in the house.
You want to do it every week, Wednesday?
We can if you want. It don't matter.
That's fine.
Dude, one day, I
that's
thought
fine,
all day today. I thought it was Monday, and then I realized no, it's got to be Tuesday because I procrastinated bringing in the trash can out from out front. Tuesday's trash day. It's like today isn't Monday. Today's Tuesday. We got the show tonight.
We can switch to
We
to
go to Wednesday for a while. We'll see what happens. We'll see. There's the hack. The hack is in the house. What's up, Guitar Hack?
Hey, Hack. Nice Kiss 10S lead thing.
Yeah, I watched it. It took me a little extra because I opened up another window, another YouTube window. So when he did his top 10 favorite Kiss solos, So when he would name like number 10, I can't remember what song it was, and I'd pause the guitar hack video, go to the other window and listen to the solo, and then listen to what he had to say about it, and find it. Usually, I'll tell you what, Hack, I was a little surprised that they're pretty predictable, at least on the 10 that you picked. Most of the guitar solos are right in the middle, maybe a little bit to the past the middle, but it was fat. It made it easy. It was Dan in New Jersey. But anyway, I like Ace Frehley and what he plays. I just can't get wrapped around the whole Kiss thing, and has nothing to do with the costumes and all that. Although that bothered me when I was a youngster in the '70s. I said, I don't get it. I don't get that. But the songs you heard on the radio, I like. Sometimes I didn't even know that was Kiss. FM. There's some of these. Even today, it bugs me. I hear a song like on these college stations, hear a song I've never heard before. It's like, tell me what the song was. And I'm listening, and they never, maybe I've mentioned the song before, but, anyway. Zach Thong is in the house. All right, we're starting to fill up.
Zach. Yeah.
For you latecomers, Mitch did therapy today. He's doing a little bit better, but he's probably going to have to get an MRI.
Well, I will say, I think 2 to 4 weeks.
I'm very surprised
2 days a week.
They just had you doing weights and stretches because, man, when I had my back went out, this is 20 years ago or so, man, I went in physical therapy and they used that ultrasound.
I had that.
Oh my God, by the time I was done after the ultrasound, then they had me do these stretches. Didn't do any weights or anything, just different stretches. And I'm telling you, I walked out of that building, I could have leaped over my car. I was feeling so good. But then, an hour, 2 hours later, it's like, oh, shit.
Are you
I'm
sure
not out of the woods yet.
Are you sure it's called an ultrasound or something else?
I think it's
I had something like that when I went to a chiropractor. They put like electric on you and stuff like that.
Well, they put a goo on you because it's hotter than shit. They said if they put the goo on you, it would burn you.
They
I think it's ultrasound.
They put heat.
Maybe I don't know.
Ultrasound is when you, like when I had something problem with parts of my body, they would. Anyway,
I don't know.
I had
any medical people in here? What's it called when they it's a magic wand. They put They put this gooey stuff on you. In this case, it was my lower left lumbar.
They did heat and cold today. They did do that.
They just did heat.
They put like a heat pad and then a cold thing at the end.
Yeah, first they did the heat pad. They bring out these rocks wrapped in towels that were real hot, man, it was like the ultimate heat pad. And then do that for like 15 minutes, and then the guy would come in, he'd rub this goo on the area, and then this wand. I'm pretty sure it's ultrasound. Ultrasound for pictures. Oh, that's right. No, Paul Lou says that is ultrasound. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Paul.
Yeah, I had that before when I went to a chiropractor, actually, for my back.
Just turned up. Okay. All right, Quinn. And somebody else joined. Yeah, Paul. I got Paul. Paul and Zach Thong. Okay, they're the latest.
Well, we'll see how it goes after. We'll see what happens after 2 or 4 weeks.
No, we gotta get something. I can't wait that long, man. We gotta get you jamming, man. Get you playing.
I'm gonna pick it up like maybe tonight or tomorrow for sure. I want to play something. But
Quentin, they have to, because if they don't, this wand that they put on there would burn my skin. They used ultrasound to look at your spleen.
The only thing I have that numbness on that tip.
Yeah, Paul Lou, you did physical. Isn't that what it's called? Oh, sorry, Mitch. I thought, Paul, you're a physical therapist. So I would go in, I'd lay down on my stomach. They'd bring in these towels wrapped around these rocks, these real hot rocks. And it was like, oh man, it's like, because I guess it's moist heat or whatever. I don't know. But man, that felt good. I mean, it's like I'm starting to feel better already. And then they do the ultrasound. Rick Hefner retracted his message. Don't pick up the Les Paul with a bad shoulder. Good point, Epicon.
Well, Actually,
Yeah. Let's
the
go back to the SG.
I want to
go
play the
back to
Telecaster. The SG's probably the lightest. Probably
I'd
should
stick.
play.
Doesn't the Telly have a
Hey,
little?
Brian S.
Little. Hey, Brian S. Did I miss Don taking his shirt off? No, I'm not taking my shirt off. I don't know where that came up.
Oh, we
But
were talking in early where we were earlier. I think one time it was really hot and you had your shirt off, but we weren't doing anything live. Remember we were in a hangout, but we weren't live. I think when your air conditioner wasn't working, I think you were shirtless.
no, I was sleeveless.
Okay,
Maybe I did take my shirt off.
but we
I don't
weren't
know.
live. Whatever it was, we weren't live.
Yeah. Oh, we're just. Oh, okay.
Just we were hanging out. But I said if it's, I was saying if it got hot enough, and if his air conditioner broke and it got hot enough, you might take your shirt off.
Now, 40 years ago, man, I had a chest and I had guns, and I was a badass. But now I'm an old I'm a shriveled up old man with a turkey neck. Turkey neck.
I look like somebody on my 600-pound life, except I'm only.
And since we have so many new arrivals, let me say
270.
cheers to everybody.
Cheers.
Jameson. It's a Jameson act. Jameson.
Turkey Hill orange iced tea diet.
So Brian S., what kind of guitar are you getting?
I think he's selling 3 of them, I believe.
2 or 3. Two
or
for
3.
sure. He's not sure on the third.
My hands used to be registered because I got them stuck in a cash register.
Yeah, Quentin, you know what I'm talking about with that ultrasound wand. Yeah, it's an ultrasound wand. Ultrasound wand.
Yeah, I think I had it on my back when I had back problems.
Brian S. still has his guns. Good for you, dude.
The ATF. All right. No guns here yet. But
they're fun to shoot, though. It's fun to go to. I haven't done it for.
It's right down. It's like a less than a mile. You can hear them. They got a.
It's been more than 40 years since I shot a gun, but it is fun.
Yeah, I only did it.
Other than the court gun at the fair.
Oh yeah. But they have
and my BB gun. I do have a BB gun. That was fun.
We have the Fireman's Carnival up here in town. Well, it's in the south end of town.
Right.
It's real nice when they get some bands playing. And of course, they didn't have it last year. They're there this week. This week they're.
Are you going to go?
And I don't know. I got to talk to Margaret.
You guys should
go. It's a good bit of walking from where you park to where you sit at. And she has trouble. And she's all sore from going to the York County Fair.
Right.
But they had, when we were there 2 years, it's been a while. I don't think we went since 3 or 4 years. But there was this band playing there, and it was older band, and had a woman lead guitar. She was in her 60s. And I'm just shooting a bull with her for a long while. But they were pretty decent.
Oh, cool. So Brian's getting a double cut Les Paul. They're kind of weird looking to me, but they're nice guitar. Now, is that a single or double pickup, Brian? Are they P90s or humbuckers? What's the? Give us a rundown. There's Blackjack guitar. Hey, dude.
Hey, Blackjack. Les Paul double cut.
Did we discuss this last week? Mitch is no longer leading the league in wrenches on his live streams. I think Dave Guitar Channel has topped you. I think he's got more wrenches in his streams than you do.
Ooh,
That's earth-shattering news, right?
Don has
two P90. You like those P90s, Brian? Don't you have something else with P90s, or did you sell that one? What were you gonna say, Mitch?
I forgot already.
I interrupted you.
Oh, I had your fan will kick in every now and then. I can hear it a little bit, but not much.
Well, I gotta have it on, dude.
No, it's fine. It's only when you're not talking.
It's hot up here.
Did we say hi to Lars? We said hi to Lars. Yeah, Larry's.
Larry, yeah, Larry, he's been there. Binding on the neck, slim taper 60s neck shape was the clincher. Cool, good job, man. All right, strawberry jam. We'll watch the video. I guess you get it in about a week. By the time they ship it and it gets through, and I don't think the mail's It's faster than it was, but I think it's still slow for packages. But I'll
Don,
tell you what, I've twice now I've mailed things to Canada, to Ontario, and it only took a week. I was very impressed with that.
well, that's not bad.
Preston Smith got the Zoom camera. That only took a week, and
Hey, Johnny.
Blackjack Guitar got the Gelvin pickups. Johnny Kramer, what's up, man?
Dan of New Jersey.
He's been here. I
Right.
think I said hi to him. If not, hi, Dan in New Jersey.
There's this guy. I don't know how. I forget. Someone posted a video somewhere, and this guy Brian Ewald. I mean, I know I follow him.
I've heard of
before.
him.
He's a Paul Reed Smith guy, right? He works for Paul Reed Smith.
Oh yeah, okay, that's where I've heard of.
Right. So he's from Maryland. So he put a video out about how you can play these solos, like when you're top three strings, and you're kind of using theory, but anyway, it's pretty good. I'm going to post it in here. I'm going to find it because the way he explains it, you're doing your major scale, and depending where you're playing at, if you're going to start on the, you start whole step, half step, your one fret, and it's really interesting. I'm going to see if I can find it because I think I'm going to try to make some use out of it. It's pretty good.
Well, keep talking about it, and by articulating it shows that you're picking up
Right.
what it is that you're learning. That's good.
Brian Ewald.
I got no interest, and I'll be honest with you, I'm so.
Well,
And I like Hack's new guitar, his new Paul Reed Smith. It sounds good. I like a lot of the Paul Reed Smith guitar, but I'm sorry, I'm not having anything to do with that guy. That guy creeps me out. That guy to me is a creep.
well, this is not.
I'm sorry.
It's
Well,
not
Brian's
Paul
cool.
Smith.
Brian's a cool dude. I've seen
he's
him on
cool.
several
I mean,
videos.
Check it out.
He
It's-
goes over. I think he goes over and does those Tobin things and all, doesn't he?
This is he did whenever, but it's a trick to finding the right scale on a guitar for almost any song with a single shape and no theory. But you're using the whole step, half step, whole step, half step. The major scale thing in it.
Right.
But it's just interesting. I'm going to try to apply it
Good. Do it.
So I posted in here if anybody wants to check it out.
But if nothing else, Mitch, play your acoustic, dude. Dan in New Jersey, I aim to entertain, dude. That's what I'm here for. Don, what's your next guitar on your list? Dude, nothing. I mean, Marco, I don't think I don't know if you know that how long you've been doing the YouTube thing, but there's a guy, Will Gelvin, who was like a mini Scott Grove for a while, and he got into the Tonewood thing. That it was, he had a big following, but the guy had it, and he built guitars, and this is called the Gelvin Orion. Gee, this one's even autographed by him here somewhere on the back. But anyway, so I didn't like his pick. He had these patented pickups and all that, and there was some detail. This is a pretty guitar. I love the neck. It's an ebony neck fingerboard, and it takes getting used to not having any dots, but it's got these. I think you can see on the edge there. So 3, 5, 7, 9, blah blah blah, 12, and all the rest of them. So anyway, I had my buddy Jesse's guitar with Marco. That is. I got some DiMarzio Dark Matter pickups. So I'm struggling a little bit with the Helix, but actually I'm getting into it, and I will do a video with this. Go ahead.
Put it closer to the camera again. I just want to saw you for a second because it looks good.
Yeah,
it's
a pretty good. I'm not real big on these horns. The horn, it doesn't do it for me. I'll be honest with you. But the neck, when Jesse got this guitar, we met, and I met Jesse on YouTube, and him being from Maryland, me being from Maryland, similar to Mitch. We figured we both realized we're from Maryland and got to know. So Jesse, I got in touch with him, and he set up my guitars because I didn't like the music store up the street with it. Just, I'd rather, put some money in his pocket than go to the music store. So I dropped off I met him at Guitar Center, and had, I don't know which guitar at the time it was. Might have been my Holmberg Smithwood that I sold. It did sell, by the way, and or my Stratocaster or my Epiphone, whatever. And he had just got this, and it was winter, and he pulled it out, and I just, the neck felt wonderful. So I traded my Gibson WRC to him for this, and that was my first nice guitar that I ever bought. Bought that in like 80, I don't know, 82, 83, 84, 84, 85, whatever. And the salesman talked me to buying that instead of a Les Paul. But anyway, so that's got Dark Matter DiMarzio pickups in it. So that's, I don't need another guitar. I just put new pickups in the Epiphone, the Lollars. I got my Les Paul, which I still like better than all of them. But I'll tell you what, I think I like the sound of the Lollars better than the pickups that are in my Les Paul.
Interesting.
But the Les Paul, just, it looks cool. It feels cool. You know, I'm not buying
it sounds good.
Guitar. If I buy another guitar, I'll buy something stupid expensive,
like an SG or something.
Or something old. Oh, I mean, you know, custom shop. You know, I'll go whole hog, but
really,
it's going to be a while. I don't play the ones. I got a Stratocaster I never played. The video I did yesterday, 3-putt blues. I used my Telecaster. Christ, that's the first time I played that guitar in about a month. 6-string Brian's in the house. We got 2 Brian's. We got Brian with a Y and Brian with an I. That's pretty cool, I think. Nelson Rodriguez. What's happening, dude? Nelson's a California guy.
Nelson.
Hey, Nelson, are you a surfer? They got surfing in the Olympics. What the hell? What the Olympics? They got some crazy games now in the Olympics.
Oh, really?
Surfing, something else. Something else is new. I don't know what the hell golf is doing. Golf is not an Olympic game. They started that in 2016 or 8. I don't know. I don't get it. But I can't watch the Olympics. God, they're not even. I don't even think they're using the right American flag in the Olympics.
I heard somebody say something.
Politics into something, man. You're blowing me out. Like I have nothing to do with baseball. The Cleveland Guardians. Are you serious? The Cleveland Guardians. I'm 64. I probably paid attention to baseball with baseball cards when I was 5 years old. So for 59 years, or 58, 60 years, whatever, 59 years, it's the Cleveland Indians. Cool. They, Chief Y, it was cool. It wasn't a diss on Indians. It was, if anything, the Indians should be proud that somebody is recognizing them. But no, we can't. We can't be the Indians anymore. We're going to be the Guardians. What are they, Guardians of the Galaxy?
That's funny because they were interviewing some Indians, right, about the Redskins. They could care less. They said they had no problem with the name.
There are schools on Indian reservations around the country. If I'm not mistaken, the high schools, their mascot is the Redskins. But anyway, we're not going to get into politics.
No. But I do have to say this. Can I say this?
What's parkour, Preston? Go ahead. Say it, Mitch. Go.
A good friend of mine that I've probably known over 10 years online, he's in the UK. He's a tech guy, and he's got a Bright Tech 09. And if you want to learn how to fix something, go to his channel. And so I was talking to him the other day. His father just went into a nursing home. Within 2 weeks, his dad got COVID and passed away. I mean, he was elderly. He had problems, right? His brother got it. I don't know how old his brother is, maybe 60. And he went in intensive care. And Brian got tested. Bright Tech 09 got tested. And he has it. But he's dealing with, he's got like maybe pneumonia or something like that. But he's dealing with it at home, so he's doing all right. But his father had both his shots. He had his shots. It just goes to show you that,
the shots don't mean anything now.
Yeah, but I think you're better off with the shots. I'm not getting into any.
Right.
There's a lot of the people out there are so against the shots, and that's fine.
Well, some people.
That's what you believe.
Yeah, some people are against it because it's experimental. I mean, look, this isn't a tested vaccine like other vaccines, but they didn't have time to test it. I mean, they had to do something. I got vaccinated, but listen, my niece is a nurse,
right?
The one that lives in Dunedin, and her husband's a pharmacist. They both got, and they got their vaccinations like early. I mean, they were vaccinated probably 2 months before Janet and myself got ours. Last year, and so they're down in Florida, around the Tampa area, and they both got it. They got, they both got COVID. Now they had, mild. It's probably the Delta variant, but they got mild flu symptoms for a couple of days, and then they were fatigued. But they're both. But my niece went back to work. Let's see. It was 3 weeks ago they got it, and she went back to work. I think Friday and Saturday. She works those crazy nursing hours, 12 hours. So just could just, who knows? I mean, my neighbor 2 doors over, when the shit first started hitting the fan with this COVID, their dad had gone to like the American Legion or one of those things, and he got it, and he was in the hospital and all. Now this is interesting. Now her dad was 82, is 82. He survived it, and he got pretty bad. The breathing was very, very difficult, and they said, "Do you want? We can put you on a ventilator so you can breathe better." But he asked him, "What's the odd?" But then the odds, once you go on the ventilator, you got to like a 20. Now this is I don't know what it is now. But back then, when the COVID thing first was a, really bad thing, it still is. But it was, when it first, everybody was shocked. They told him he had a 20%. If he went on the ventilator, he'd only had a 20% chance of surviving. He said, "Fuck, pardon my language, any ladies in the house, fuck that. I don't want the ventilator." And you know what? He pulled through, and he's still with us today. So everybody's different. I think it affects everybody. If you have like diabetes, if you're obese, if you're this or you're that, or you got that, or who knows what, it can be different. So it's it is what it is.
Yeah. All right. Enough of that.
Enough of that. Okay. So we had our COVID thing. The jab is only experimental. They didn't test it. They tested it on animals and they died. Well, I didn't hear that, but I got it. I'm still alive. And if I die, shit, I didn't never expect to live this long anyway. I lived a pretty abusive life to myself. Drugs and alcohol back in my 20s and 30s. COVID average age of death in Ohio is 80. All right. So they stopped using because it was the worst thing to do for people with COVID. They found a little bit late. Yeah. Oh, Sean Zimmerman. Hey, Sean. Yeah, I thought, I don't know. You don't hear much about the ventilator. I remember that was the big deal. Well, we're not going to talk about it anymore. Let's change that. So anybody else besides Brian S. get a new guitar? Brian, 6-string Brian. How about you, brother? When are you getting that white custom shop Strat? You gonna bug me about the SG? I'm gonna keep hammering Brian S. about the his white custom Strat that he wants. Custom shop. There's Janice picking up the pizza now. All right, Janice, cool. Enjoy. I like pepperoni in my pizza or ham and pineapple.
Me too.
What do you normally get? Like if you and Mark get pizza, what do you do?
I like just lasagna. Lasagna. I mean lasagna. Pepperoni.
Like
I mean pepperoni. Yeah. But she'll like some like meat sauce or some other stuff. And
my wife likes it loaded up, except for no anchovies or mushrooms. But she likes ground beef, sausage, pepperoni,
sauce is not
onion. Bad. I tell you what. Actually, to me, the best is pepperoni and onion. That's
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
But my old standby and what I probably go to pizza is ham and pineapple.
Oh, I don't like
Canadian bacon and pineapple. Whatever. To pick your poison there. Pizza flavored pizza. There you go, Epiphone.
Pizza flavored pizza.
All right. So far, that's the post of the night in the chat room. Pizza flavored pizza. There you go. I had Janice had a fever on Saturday. Janice, I hope you're okay, darling. Pepperoni and onion and garlic and a lot of cheese. The garlic is part of the garlic's in the sauce, but I'm not putting extra garlic. Like, I've noticed we got pizza the other night, and they got these little packs of, I guess we did Papa John's. They had these little packs of garlic sauce. I'm not putting garlic sauce all over my pizza. Sorry. Nelson Rodriguez, salami and mushrooms. I do not do mushrooms.
I like garlic, not the garlic sauce, but the garlic powder. I like that.
Sean the Bases is in the house.
Hey, Sean.
They have mac and cheese ice cream. Get out of here. So, round bacon is actual meat. Okay. Yeah. Well, I agree with that. Chicken pizza. I don't know if I've ever had chicken on pizza.
I might have had it once. I had a chicken cheesesteak sub.
Dan in New Jersey changed the strings on his telly. Does that count? Sure. Telly guitar string pizza.
Telly Savalas. Which most people should remember who he was in here.
Marco and Gunroar Guitar, he thanks you, Mitch.
For what?
I don't know. I gave up on the Strats, can play them with the volume knob. You and Brian S must be kindred spirits, 6-string Brian.
It never bothered
me.
So
the two Brians in the chat don't like look, if the volumes, why, I'm gonna this isn't a good discussion. I mean, we talked about guitar.
I'm not a fan. I can't play fast for nothing, but some of the fastest stuff I ever played is
doesn't matter about that. But look, here's a Stratocaster, okay? Right. Solo me a second.
Oh, go ahead.
All right. So you're playing the Strat. Why are you picking down over the bridge pickup? You got here. You got here in between the bridge and the middle pickup, nowhere near the volume.
Pick it up. Pick your guitar up. Straight up.
Oh,
there you go. There you go.
Thanks. So you've got in between here, if you pick here, God, this is tough. If you pick in between here, you're nowhere near the volume knob. If you pick up here, if you pick in the middle, if you pick up here, I mean, when I pick, I'm usually right around the middle or towards the bridge. I don't know. Right. I guess everybody plays different. It's all subjective, blah, blah, blah. But look, if it's good enough for Eric Clapton and Jeff Beck,
you need to adapt.
And who's the guy? Who's the guy? Dire Straits guy. What's his name?
Mark Knopfler.
Knopfler. Who else is known for a Strat? Rory Gallagher. They didn't have any problem with a goddamn volume knob. God damn it! I'm doing videos on how to play a Strat. Hey,
Eric Johnson.
That might go viral. How to play a Stratocaster. How to play a Stratocaster and not hit the volume knob. I can monetize. I'll be rich.
Eric Johnson did pretty good.
Eric Johnson, another one. They don't have any problem with you people. You're picking in the wrong part of the guitar. I mean, there's a lot of area that you can pick on. You don't need to pick right there. Move the guitar. Adjust your strap. Come on, God damn it! Hits it with his pinky.
Adapt.
Girl Scouts 9 or something kept mixing horrible things together.
You know what I've heard? I need to start.
So in the way, it's in the way of the trem bar to Eric Clapton is not God. I'm not saying he is. Brian, did I say Eric Clapton was God? I just said it's good enough for him. The guy's a pretty good guitarist. He's pretty successsul. I'll take the Mitch thing. Anybody that's got that many gold records or whatever, platinum or whatever he has.
I like what he put in here. It's kind of a play on words.
No. The only reason I got to make the video is because of folks like you, Brian with an I and Brian with a Y, have issues with it.
The fact that you have to make a video on how not to hit the volume knob speaks volumes. That's good. That's great. That's another classic saying.
I mean, you're absolutely out of your. I think y'all are out of your minds, but that's just my opinion,
no, some people
and I'm entitled to it, right? It doesn't mean I don't love you guys any less, but I think you're nuts. The volume knob on the SG is in the way. You think so? Pull up where's your SG, Mitch? Can you reach it?
No,
Okay. No, not with your shoulder, not with your shoulder. Ho, stop. No,
No,
don't
I'm
even
not.
bother.
I'm
Don't
not.
bother.
I think I got a picture.
We'll revisit it. Okay. Sean the bassist said, I play bass and get what he says as far as playing near the brick. Of course you get a different tone, but there's I don't know. Change your EQ and pick up higher. add some treble to your EQ. I think Clapton is on acid. He probably was back in the day. Now we're talking about Claptons and drugs, but I'm pretty sure he's been clean and sober for quite a while.
That's right. He had some issues at one time, didn't he?
Oh, well, they all did, but some of them lived, some of them didn't. I mean, my rock and roll hero, as far as the party monster, is Keith Richards. And let me tell you something. I can watch Keith Richards interviews all day long. He's a riot, man. He's funny. Well, I think he's a good guitar player.
Keep on talking. I'm looking for a picture of my.
I move the trim bar between my volume and tone so I can feel it when I play. Easy to grab. I ride the volume quite often. Well, that's the whole thing. That's the main. I think the reason why it was designed that way is so because like you take Jeff Beck would be lost if the Stratocaster, if that volume wasn't there, because I think his pinky reaches down and manipulates the volume pedal. That's why how he gets some of those swells. Rather than use a foot pedal, which he could do it it'd be a lot easier, but that's his style. So anyway, there's Michael. Michael, I haven't seen you for a while, man. How do you say his name?
Lapinese.
There you go.
Lapinese.
What are we looking at here? We have 27 watching. You people rock. I think you're all nuts, but you rock.
A show about nothing.
We're talking guitars now, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Volume knobs on Strats.
Let me see something here. Let me see.
All right. Gun roar. My perfect Strat would be a Telly. There you go.
That's not it.
Basically, my Jesse said this in no uneven terms. My James Burton signature, very cool looking Telecaster with 3 pickups is a Strat. It's not a Telly. It's a Strat. It's got the S1 switch, which means if you push in here and in positions 2 and 4, it supposedly makes this a humbucker, or I don't know how it does it, but it's cool. But I bought this guitar because it was so badass looking, but it does not sound anything at all, in my opinion, does not sound anything at all like Mitch or Hack or Marco. Who else has a Telly? Somebody else. Who was changing? Who just changed the string? Sean, did you just change the strings on your Telly? Anyway, it doesn't really sound like a real guitarist could make it sound like a Telly. In the middle position, it kind of does, but it doesn't twang. I can't make it twang the way a Telly's supposed to twang, but I still love it. I love that guitar. 6-string Brian, I thought you had a Telly, right? And you probably have a twanging Telly.
Here we go.
Sean, you're a good bass player, dude. Preston says, I have no Telly. I expect if I did, it would be set up for metal. Yeah, I don't. Well, you can make it. I've seen guys do Telly, play metal on Tellys. Haven't you, Mitch?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, with all, you just, plus any guitar I play probably sounds about the same because I put, look, my crutch is effects. So I've got so much delay and overdrive, and well, actually, laying off the overdrive, but I watched I really like this guy. Now I can't think of his name. Jonathan Cordy,
Yeah,
English guy.
he
He's
just
really
put out
good.
a video today. I saw.
So
Oh,
my back was killing me. I was thinking of Mitch because I was sitting down. I can't get my one computer online, so I couldn't use HX edit. I had to go down and do it on the, bend over. So I'm sitting in this chair for about 45 minutes with a guitar in my lap, and I'm bent over. And man, when I stood up, I couldn't stand up straight right away. I had to stretch because I was bent over. I got
maybe that's why my back's bothering me all the time, because I play sitting down or something.
If you're using the HX edit, you can adjust all the parameters of each effect on your computer using your mouse, laptop. But because my one computer doesn't want to go online for some reason, and I didn't feel like bringing the one downstairs all the way up, I'm watching the video on this laptop that I'm on now, and I'm bending down, and the Helix has its own little big window where you can adjust all the parameters. It just it's not as easy.
All right, can you analyze this? I'm playing my Strat. It was the fastest thing for me. The fastest thing I ever played. I'm on my Strat. Share screen with sound. I gotta get the right window.
Do I need to mute?
Yeah, you might want to mute. 1 minute.
All right, I'm gonna mute. I'll be back in a little bit, folks.
All right,
I remember that video.
I'm right on top of the middle pickup. Seems like.
Yeah.
So it wasn't.
But hey,
I wasn't really low.
I remember that video. That was one 2019.
EJ's challenge thing, or.
Yeah, that was good. I remember that video.
So I wasn't real low. It was like just maybe a little below the middle pickup. So.
You were railing on that, man. You did good.
For whatever reason,
burn it, babe.
I can play faster on that guitar more so than any other guitar. Hey, Mark's here. Mark Tanner said, "Hey, Mark."
Hey, Mark Tanner, down under. What's up there, Aussie dude? Mark Tanner, man, he's got some really cool content. Well, everybody does, but Mark in particular, because dude, he does it all. He sings, he plays.
Hey, we hit 30. We're on 30.
Cool. Got a good show tonight. Hey, Mitch. Now I noticed, when you were like, speed picking, dude, you're using your arm. If you would practice with its wrist, dude. If you want to get speed alternate picking, it
can go both ways. I try to do it both ways. Well, I mean, I don't play like that mostly anyway.
I'm done. So. Proper technique. I got this shit got.
And some people say don't move
back
at all.
When I was in high school. Well,
so don't use your wrist.
Speed picking, alternate picking should be done with the wrist. Trust me.
But you'll see just as many people say to keep it stiff. You'll see just as many videos on it. And I don't do it much anyway.
Well, I guess some people do it that way. And hey, look, it sounded good what you did, so do what you do. But if you want to get faster and do alternate picking, not because I can do it, because my right hand's ahead of my left hand. My left hand's pretty weak.
I mean, I do a lot of alternate picking. It's just not fast. But then it's some things you don't need to alternate.
Right, exactly. It really isn't how many notes you play. It's the notes you play. But I still like to try to. I like to pretend that I'm fast. It's just look. I watch video. I watch my and I've said this before. I'm not ashamed to admit this. I watch my own videos over and over again just because I still to this day can't believe that I can play what I can play now. Because you don't know how long the journey was, folks. It wasn't until about probably around early 90s that I kind of figured out how to really play. I still type better than I play. Well, Michael, I think a lot of us are in that ballpark. Chugging is hard. Yeah, well, I drank a lot. I've been drinking a lot of beer lately, but tonight I decided to go with the Jameson. Cheers, everybody. Hey, man, since we got 30 people in that, show your shirt again, because like there was
Oh
probably only
yeah,
about 10 people. Mitch has show and tell. This is show and tell repeat
my
for you
wife went.
early
My
early
wife and
arrival.
my daughter went to the York Fair last week. I think it was last Saturday, and they had Sticks and REO Speedwagon. They had free tickets, so that's why I didn't go. And they only had two, so they got me a shirt. What is this? A stick shirt. I don't know if. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong. I'm pointing. I'm going to the wrong camera, and then I'm going. And then it's on the back. I haven't even worn it yet. Maybe tomorrow. But it was pretty nice. Um, but like I said, my wife went there, and it was too much walking for her, so she had to pull out her cane the next day. And
Oh, jeez.
yeah,
I like Sticks. I like that song, "Sweet Madam Blue," and then it goes into another song. I don't know. It's sweet, Suite. You know,
I know I
I
had one.
love that song, and I didn't even know that they did that song. I never heard the song before.
Hey,
But
Dr. Dave is in here. Dr. Guitars. Hi,
DR
Dave.
guitar. Hey, Dave, what's happening, dude?
I
Hey,
think I had
Dave,
one
you're about ready
album.
to buy a new. Dave, you're about ready to buy a new guitar. Everybody counting on me to get a goddamn SG,
He's got.
and
He has a lot of guitars.
he has a lot of guitar. But I think he needs another one. But anyway, my wife's niece came down years ago, and came with a boyfriend, and and she's a very good singer. She's very very talented musically. She played trumpet in high school and all, but she can sing well. And her boyfriend played guitar, and they did that song "Madam Blue." I love that. I like Styx a lot. So after that, I said I got to find out about. So I bought a Styx album. They're good. They're very good. They're what the 80s. You know,
I'm thinking
brought us
about.
out. Bands like Styx brought us out of the disco era. Very very
I'm thinking
important in
about
rock and roll history.
hooking this up to my other computer and messing around with Reaper again. And I think I'm going to thinking about putting Windows 11 on the other computer.
Well, hey, Mitch, Francis Padded Pedal Room
Yeah.
and Hurricane Moon did they saved it. They did a live stream with Reaper Basic because Francis Padded Pedal Room, who's very good. He just did a really good, clean blues. A lot of good blues things came out.
Right.
Marco Gunroar Guitar just did a great blues. Marco, that was excellent. He played that really cool ES 345. It's got a certain switch that he doesn't use. It's got, you can manipulate the pickups. It's got
Hmm.
what do you call the chicken head switch? Is that what they call it? Chicken head switch. Gives you 5 different positions. Plus, you have your volume and tone controls too.
Hmm.
Anyway, he did a nice, but a lot of blues videos out there. Hack did a great one, and I don't know what. Well, anyway, his Hack did a good blues too. A lot of good blues out there. I
You
don't
know
want to
who
leave
has some?
anybody out.
You know who's been putting some good stuff up like today? The Great Van City, who never comes in here, but he hasn't come here in a long while. But I looked and it was good. I commented on some of it, and it was really good stuff.
Yeah,
The Great Van City.
Zanzini's very very talented. He's got some cool guitars too.
Pooh
He's a big
Ninja,
grudge guy, isn't he?
how you doing,
Pooh,
Pooh Ninja?
Pooh. Hey, Pooh. He Pooh does good stuff, man. He just doesn't do
Yeah,
long enough, man. Pooh, how about a 5-6 minute jam, dude?
he'll show everybody up in here. That's for sure. Well,
Man,
not
Pooh
everybody,
can
but
play. Not
me.
everybody, but
Mm,
Pooh's a player. He does short
yeah,
videos, and that's what he has time to do. And Pooh, what you do is great. He tends
yeah.
to do things on Wednesday. Every Wednesday he has, or most Wednesdays, I think. But he does other stuff. But cool. Good to see you, Pooh. Pooh rocks, man. He's Darth Vader reincarnated. Because I think Darth died eventually, didn't he?
Who was that?
Darth Vader. Didn't he eventually die?
Yeah, I think yeah, I didn't see all of them.
But he lives on as Pooh Ninja. So
There you
keep that
go.
in mind. 5 minutes. Yeah, I know. You got stuff. You got a busy life, Pooh. and you're not getting any help by the hired hands there in the household. So,
Well, look, hey DT, he just posted. I think they were just recently. He just posted those videos. Check it
I gotta
out.
get looked at here. Let me write that down. My pen.
I thought it was like I don't know. He posted
Banzini.
today.
You know, this summer's going. You know what I find really weird? After July 4th, to me, once July 4th happens, summer's over because you no sooner blink your eyes and it's goddamn September. We're done with July. We're into August. Now, I like August because
Well, you know, the older we get, the faster time goes.
Hey,
by.
August 3rd is my birthday, so send me lots of cash, everybody, and I'll buy an SG. Everybody sends me cash for August 3rd, and I'll buy an SG.
And I'm August 7th.
Please don't send me a penny. I need an SG. I'll buy it. All right, Hack. Oh, Hack, you've been lurking. Oh, DR Guitars is driving.
Yeah, don't bother.
But anyway, check out Hack, Marco, Gunroar Guitar, Hack. Somebody else did a blues. Mark, Gunroar Guitar, Hack, and somebody else did a blues besides mine. And I did a blues, but you don't need to watch mine. Oh, Rick Hefner's son's birthday's the 4th. Cool. Groovy. Okay, Poo Ninja, I'm stretching a new set of slinky top, heavy bottoms on the Harley Benton. Yeah. What do you mean you're stretching? Are they on the guitar and you're stretching them, or you're stretching them before you put them on the guitar? I'm a little mixed up.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be stretching if you don't have them on the guitar.
Yeah, Mike, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you for a while because I'm pretty sure I have you on notification bell. I think I don't know. I can't keep track. I change, you know. I haven't done a purge though. I've been getting a lot. I've been getting, you know, I go from 350 to 356, and then I'll go back down to 353. But I keep getting a lot of Asians watching my videos. It's weird, you know. Indonesia, you know, all kinds of crazy. Brian, as my old child leaves the house and goes off to live at college in another city in August. Cool, Brian. Yeah. Nobody needs a telly. Rick Hefner, I go contraire because I think one of these days, if I buy a guitar, I might just buy one of those Squire just to get a twanging telly. But it's got to have it's got to have curb appeal. That was the word we used in the car business, curb appeal. The guitar's got to look cool, or I'm not buying it. You know, unless it's got an exceptional neck or the pickups just sound so good. You know, that's kind of that's at the stage of that. These are the kind of things that happen to you when you get old, folks. And trust me, I'm not young. Look at this neck. God damn it! I can't stand looking at my neck. I need to wear like a turtleneck.
Just sorry.
Oh yeah, give me at least turkey neck. You know, gobble gobble. You know, I don't want to be a chicken neck. I want to be a turkey neck.
If I ever lose the weight again,
I think a turkey would kick a chicken's ass. It's just mine. It is so much bigger. But
see you later, Janice.
Back like a strat. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Epithonium. It is kind of awkward. But if you're sitting down, I don't think it matters. Standing up doesn't bother me, whether it's Brian, dude, I don't think I haven't seen an SG other than the one like Large Guitar has, which is kind of stupid to get the same color SG as my Les Paul, that Blueberry Burst or Fade or Blueberry whoever. And if I would have realized that one that I played before I bought the Les Paul had 24 frets, I probably would have bought it anyway and figured it out. Dude, we haven't had guests since the cows came in with the goddamn COVID thing. But Brian, I don't need an SG, dude. I'll tell you what. Let me tell you something. If you guys have a guitar that you love the neck and it looks cool, or it just has sentimental value, but you're not real crazy about the pickups or how it sounds, it's a lot of money. It's about $350 for two humbuckers. You know, I think it's in the neighborhood. I forget how much they were, and then you got to pay to have them installed unless you can do it yourself. But Lawler has great those pickups. I really think that the my Epiphone Dot with the Lawler pickups sounds better than the Les Paul. But the Les Paul feels cool and looks cool, so I like it. I was playing it earlier today. Okay. Oh, we have a Philippe Bidell. Hi, friends. Before I go to sleep, see a little conversation. Well, Felipe, that's cool that you stopped in. I hope I'm saying it right. So, yeah, Felipe. I think I'm saying it right. Cool dude. Man, look at that. Yeah. I'll give you the SG, but not the Telly or PRS. What's wrong, Rick? What's wrong with the Telly? Tellys are cool, man. Did you ever get into Roy Buchanan? Rick, you're not a youngster. You never got into Roy Buchanan?
I think I did at one time.
I think I'm subscribed to Philippe. If not, I will be. Philippe Bidell. Write that down. Great Banzini. Finish that band. Philippe. But if I'm not sub to you, Philippe, I will be after at the end of the night. These days, you can get better gifts, probably is what he meant, for half the price of most Gibsons or Fenders. You can get better guitars for half the price. I agree. I agree. You know, who was it? Oh, yeah. I know a lot of you people don't like Henning Pauly, but why I check in on this channel every once in a while. And man, does he hate Gibson. The way some people hate Henning Pauly, he hates Gibson. Calls them bullies. He probably wouldn't give him any money, so that's why he hates him. But, you know. I don't hate Paul Reed Smith. I think Paul Reed Smith is such a male phallic object that I can't take the guy. I won't give him a penny. I might buy one used one day, but I would never buy a new Paul Reed Smith. Not, you know, if my life depended on it, maybe, but probably not. Paulie hates Trump too. Now why do we have to bring up Trump? Don't be bringing up politics, Brian. We're doing good. We did the COVID thing. We did the Major League Baseball thing. That's enough politics. Or Ricky Compton's in the house. Hey man. Hey Ricky, what's happening?
Hey Rick. Ricky Compton.
Gibson is a record company now too. What? They're a record company. What's that mean? Boy, I'm out of the loop.
I like what Quentin James. Yeah, she is pretty nice looking.
She's very attractive.
Yeah.
She's
married.
I'll go along with that. That don't mean nothing these days. Yep, he was the drummer for Slipknot. All right, talking about a drummer. I don't know. I don't really know drummer. I know Ringo. I know Lenny White. I know Billy Cobham. And I know there's another guy that played with Mob East. Can't remember his name. Got a weird name. There's James Stewart. Cool. How you doing, James?
We've been consistently around 30.
Is that right? Where are we at now?
Now we're 31.
We're at 30. Oh, yeah. I got 29. I'm showing 29. We lost somebody somewhere. See, you mentioned you mentioned Trump, and people jumped out.
No, we could get
liberals.
We could get more.
Liberals are running, and now we have Jan S. Turles. Hi, Jan. Is it John?
Jan.
Jan. Hey, Jan. Yeah. What's happening?
Very good.
Appreciate you stopping by and visiting us. Michael Lapinese posted make Michael a wrench. How did he do that without being a wrench? How did he
What
post
did-
that without being a wrench?
What did he? I missed it. What did he post?
I don't know. It's got a link.
Oh, well, you can post it. It's just not live. You have to copy.
Oh, make Michael a wrench, Mitch.
All right. Hold
If
on.
you don't mind. I mean, it's your channel.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Only if you want to. Only if you want to.
Man, he's
Michael, repost that. Well, let's see if it changes.
Wait a
Let's see.
minute.
Yeah, make him a wrench and see if he turns blue from his previous post.
All right. Post it again, Mike.
Yeah, post it. And Michael, post that link again, and then everybody will be able to click it
Instead of
having
copying
to
it.
copy and paste it. So, Mitch, what are you having for dinner after the show, dude? I'm having hot dogs with chili. Well, kind of like chili, ground beef and onions on top.
I am
Lots
hungry.
of mustard. Lots
Thanks,
of mustard on my
Thanks,
mustard
Mike.
on my hot dogs, Quentin. That damn ketchup.
Well, I did have Big Mac when on the way home from.
Now, I had a
3:30.
leftover meat. I had a leftover meatloaf sandwich earlier, and I put a lot of ketchup on it. I love ketchup on my meatloaf. How the heck? Oh, Six String Brian's not a wrench. Oh my God, Six String Brian! I would never come back to this show again if I wasn't a wrench.
He's a wrench.
No, he isn't. Six String
Uh-huh.
Brian is not a wrench.
He's a wrench. Type something. He's always been a wrench.
No, he just typed that he's not blue.
Type it now.
You actually,
I just
if you
made him a
make
wrench.
5 or 6 people wrenches, you might be back in the running. Because Mitch used to lead the league in wrenches in his live streams, but somebody took over.
Well, when we had the melee with D-Tube, I started on
Unwrenching people.
yeah, yeah. So I didn't bring everybody back.
I forget who it was that DT put in timeout last week, and never Sonic something or other never came back.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even get a
He
good
got
look at
pissed
that.
off. He got pissed off.
He
Don't
might.
forget.
Well, it might have been
He
legit. He might have
said-
did the right thing.
Okay. Well, I don't even know what he.
I don't know.
I don't know
I
either.
missed
But
it too.
he said, "I ain't coming back. God damn it." That's all right. We
But,
can't please everybody. We try to please, but we can't. You can't please everybody all the time. Epithonium doesn't have a wrench.
But I mentioned the other day that DT got a Eric Johnson signature guitar.
Okay, Michael, post that link again now, because then everybody
did.
can just
He
click.
did.
Oh, he did. Oh, he
yeah,
did.
it's back up. Yep. It's
Where?
live. It's you gotta scroll all the way up, or like you'll see it.
Oh, there it is. Okay,
Yeah,
thanks,
yeah.
Michael. All right, I'm clicking it. Let's see what happens. Do I lose? Oh, it's a video. Okay, I'll watch that at a later date. I'll come back and watch a rerun.
Now I miss a lot. You know what? I follow so many people. If I keep notifications on, I constantly get bombarded. So I'll turn it off like part of the day, and then turn on another part of the day.
I lost the pop-up chat somehow. You got to redo this. All right, pop-up chat. Slide it over. Mitch, what made me lose my pop-up chat?
You might have closed out of it by accident.
I think I did. All right, so we go
I do
down
that
here,
sometimes.
and all right,
I
we got
got-
the pop-up chat. Okay,
I got it on both sides.
all right. Hall of Fame stuff. Okay, cool. Eric Johnson Strats are sweet. They have the big neck. When you say big neck, do you mean it's fat, front to back? Oh, my wife came up with something that I was. Oh, shit. The depth of the neck? I don't know. I'll have to ask her.
Yeah, I think it's what DT said. It had like a fat neck or thicker neck.
I think that it's the depth from the front of the fingerboard or fretboard to the back. I don't mind the wrench. The chats I've been in rarely have problems. A couple trusted folks are all that's really needed. I know, but we have a competition going on now, Rick, because somebody else made everybody wrenches. So they have more wrenches than Mitch. And Mitch, trust me, when we started this goofy show that we do every Tuesday night, which is going to go to Wednesdays, I think, next week. Well, I think we're going to take over Wednesday. That way we don't get into because like right now we're Johnny Bean's got his thing going, and we're going up against Johnny Bean. I like Johnny Bean. Johnny Bean's a cool dude. So I think we're gonna for since we have so many people here now, I think we're gonna go Wednesday night because nobody does Wednesday night, do they? Does
Well,
anybody?
Hack did when he was doing his shows,
Hack's one hiatus.
but lately when he's doing something, it's going to be on the 10th. He's doing a show on Tuesday at
Well, if
7.
Hack decides to go back to doing Wednesday shows, we'll go back to Tuesday. But for the next couple of weeks, we're going to do a
Wednesday.
smaller radius equals fatter neck. All right, look. All right, hold on a second. Let's bring out the strat. We're highlighting the strat tonight since everybody loves where the volume on. So are we talking from here to here as fat or from here to behind as fat? What I call the baseball bat neck. So are we talking baseball bat neck or are we talking about wide in the front? Because my Epiphone dot is very skinny from the fat E string to the skinny E string. 6 to 5.
And what are the Les Pauls? They got a 16 or something or 4. They're flat. That's what I like about them.
Hey, 6-string Brian, let me tell you something. This country is so effed up. And let's bring up politics again. Why not? They can't make up their mind. You got this guy Fauci who absolutely should be hung by his thumbs until he screams because he can't make up his mind what. Now they're saying that because of the Delta variant that you probably, even vaccinated people should probably wear masks. They can't make up their mind. The CDC, they're saying you don't, you do, you don't, you don't. They can't make up their minds week to week. So it's all politics now. The whole COVID thing is pretty much a political thing. And, look, there's some people that don't want to get vaccinated. They don't want to get vaccinated. Okay? Part of the vaccine, listen, these are the facts, dude. I pay attention to shit. Okay? The vaccine, most of them, I don't know if all of them do, but I think Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson are the three main ones. They're the only that I know of. They use the tissue from fetuses. So that's a reason for a lot of people don't want to get vaccine. Then there's other people that don't trust it because it's an experimental. But this is a fact. It's an experimental vaccine. They didn't, this normally a vaccine takes 2 to 3 years before it's approved to be used. They got to run tests and, guinea pig, real people. But because of the COVID, look, I got it done. I don't give a shit. If I die tomorrow, again, I live 64 years. 5 years more than I thought I would. I never thought I would make 60. So, I'll be 64 next week or when's August start, Mitch?
It's the 27th now.
I know. So we got
so
next week.
31 days here in this month.
So 4 more days. That'll get us. So next Tuesday or Wednesday is my birthday. I'll be 64. That's 5 more years than I ever expected to live. I don't give a shit. I think 14 to 16 would be good. I would like to try. What's 14 to 16?
It's the radius.
The radius.
I'm pretty. That's what Ricky Compton was saying. A compound radius will change. The fretboard will get flatter at the neck or.
All right, cheers! Flat. I'm killing my Jameson. Done.
I like a flat fretboard.
I should start slurring at any time now, folks. If I haven't already been slurring. Hopefully
I did my slurring twice this year. I'm done.
You got to understand, I have a lisp. So
you have a lisp?
My lisp can be mistaken for being drunk, but who knows? So is Janice still in the chat? Janice, how was your pizza, dear?
I think she went over to Johnny.
She probably went over to Johnny.
Yeah.
Old man Dan, what's happening, dude?
Hey, Dan.
So I think we got both Dans. Dan in New Jersey.
Hi, Sonia. Haven't seen you in a while.
Sonia. Hey.
How you doing?
65 on Monday. God bless you, Sonia. Happy birthday, darling. A little bit early, but we'll get you before your birthday rather than after your birthday. Did I miss something about the vaccination? We're not getting it. We already did it. Y'all, I should be hung up by my thumbs just for bringing the goddamn thing up. But 6'3" Brian wanted to know, it's a lot of places are making it. You got to wear a mask again. I mean, not yet, not at the bars and the restaurants yet.
Yeah, because there's definitely an upswing going on, a little bit
because of this Delta variant, and
right.
A lot of But I think here's what I believe. I think if you get the vaccine and you catch COVID, which you can catch, just because you have a vaccine doesn't mean you won't get it. But I think the symptoms will be minimized. And I think if you've had COVID before, you know what's goofy? Let's bring up golf and Chase. Let's get it down. Shouldn't we get back down to 20, Mitch, where we belong? We really should only have about 20 people watching.
Yeah, we got 28. We did have 32. We're doing quite well.
So this poor bastard, John Rahm, he's great young golfer from Spain. Just won the, what did he win? The British Open. So he was winning a golf tournament on Saturday by 6 shots going into Sunday. So which means he probably would have won on Sunday. But they tell him at the end after he walks off the last hole on Saturday, you tested positive for COVID, so he can't play Sunday. So he takes his 2 weeks off, comes back, and he won the Masters. He won the he won the Masters. No, Hideki Matsuyama. I don't know what, but anyway. So he had COVID. He comes back, wins a major, one of the majors, like a playoff for football or baseball, the Super Bowl for football or the World Series for baseball. They have it 4 times a year in golf. And then he's supposed to be playing for Spain in the Olympics. He just had COVID a month ago. He just tested positive for COVID again. So I doubt if he has any symptoms at all. I think once you've had COVID, it's like you've already had the vaccine. But they're trying to tell people that if you've had COVID, it doesn't matter. You still have to get the vaccine. I don't think that's right. Something Putin has said makes us all get all kinds of shots. They say humans are filthy, stupid animals. Oh, he's saying the aliens. I guess I'm a maintenance. Put that back. Put poo back. I guess a maintenance guy / pet question. This new heartworm treats are delicious. Pooh, you rock, dude. I don't know what you're saying, but that rock. All right, now bring up old man Dan. People are free to do what they want, but I am a human, not a lab rat. If I catch COVID and die, I die. Okay, old man Dan, I can't argue. I cannot argue against that. People will try to, but if they do, it's only for political reasons, and that's why I hate everything is fucking political today. Sports are political. COVID's political. Politics are political. If you breathe, it's political. I'm sick of it. The Colts head coach is out with COVID. I know. Brian, what's going on with your team, man? The team you stole from Baltimore. I have no sympathy for Indianapolis anything. And I have for the coach, but I have no sympathy for this.
It's Ursay. Don't blame Indianapolis.
Goddamn thieving bastards. And it really isn't. It's not Indianapolis's fault. It's Robert Ursay. Robert Ursay.
And his son's not doing that much
Rest
better.
in peace, Robert Ursay.
His son's a coke. Isn't his son a coke freak or something?
Really? He was.
He collects guitars though.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He's got good points and bad points. Jimmy Ursay. He's all right.
Yeah.
Look, Baltimore wasn't supporting the Colts, so God bless them.
No, they weren't. They wouldn't build the stadium.
You know,
and
it's Baltimore. That you're right, Brian. I'm not you. Brian, you've won. I'm just teasing you, dude. I'm only teasing you. But you're wrong about the strat. God damn it! I'm going to tell you right now. I'm putting it on the record now. They say if you own.
I guess I'll be all right.
I might not be. You know what? Back when all the COVID things just first started and everybody's afraid. People are actually going to the grocery store. They're coming back from the grocery store, They're taking their shoes off, all their clothes off, putting on new clothes. They're getting out the wipes and wiping down every bottle and every. I mean, and what? Oh my God! I thank God I didn't do all that.
Don,
But
my wife started watching this new show, Germophobics. Oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe what
oh
they do. I mean,
Jesus
it's
Christ!
all
Yeah,
these different families. Unbelievable, unbelievable what they do.
but that was all. But they don't. Nobody knows nothing about this goddamn thing.
No,
All I know, I think it's a goddamn. I'm a conspiracy. I'm a big conspiracy guy. I love the conspiracy thing. I think it was intentional. I'm sorry. I think it was very intentional. The toilet paper was hilarious. That was crazy as shit because me and my wife don't,
the flu has been eradicated.
we like a particular type. This is great.
Sonya, I'll be 66 a week from Saturday. If that's the 7th, I think it's a week from Saturday.
Wow, Mitch, we gotta go out the. Let's look. Let's on the 5th. That's in between the 3rd and on the 5th, whatever day the 5th is. Me and Janet will come out. Let's go to it's on me. It's on me. It's
That's a Thursday.
My treat. Let's go to what's that restaurant and have crab cakes. I don't care how much it costs. It's on me. Janet doesn't like crab cakes.
Fratelli's.
Fratelli. We'll go to Fratelli's.
I got to see if they have a lot of people are stopping it because it's so expensive.
Oh yeah, I know.
We'll
go there. We'll meet somewhere and have lunch. We'll come up your way because it gets us out of the house. I need to get Janet out of the house.
Well, you know, if you go to Fratelli's, you don't have to come all the way up here. We can just meet you.
It's Hampstead. It's still
yeah. It's about 20 miles. About 20 miles from me. 15. 20
Oh really?
Miles. Yeah.
Hampstead's 20 miles.
Well, now from where I am at now, it was.
Oh right, it was like further out.
It's about 15, 16 miles.
Okay, so listen, let's make a date. August 5th is it. We'll celebrate our birthdays in somewhere, whether it's Fratelli's, you pick another place. We'll come to Hanover. I don't give a goddamn.
Well, Fratelli's is, I would like to go.
But if Fratelli's not having crabs, then we'll go to the steakhouse up your way. It's good. I need to get Janet out of the house. Okay. And we'll have a lunch. We'll do lunch and celebrate. Okay?
All right.
August 5th.
So what time? You said like around lunchtime or so?
Yeah, lunchtime. Well, you
all
pick
right.
the time. 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. I don't give a shit.
That's good.
O'clock.
That's a good. Right? They won't be crowded again.
It's a date. If I got to drag my wife out, I will do it, and we're going to do it.
So you remember how to get to Fratelli's now? It's by the golf course.
I don't fucking know, but I'll find it.
You know,
I'll find it
right next to
find
Oakmont.
it. That's you got Google. You got Google Maps.
But we know you don't do too good with that. But anyway. Remember when we went to Links? I mean, every 5 minutes he's calling me up. Man, where am I? I'm going to wrong. Oh my gosh.
So okay. Link. Mitch is wearing the shirt for Link's Music, which is in Hanover, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's our local family-owned guitar shop.
You know, I haven't been up that way for a while, but I was going to meet him and Frank C. there, and we were going to go to Link, just look around, you know. And Mitch got a camera for me that he ended up giving to me. Yeah. I'll never forgive you for not letting me pay for that, but that's okay. That's another subject. So
whatever it was.
I finally got there. I was about 10 minutes late, and I was probably a mile away from the store on the main drag. So I'm coming off, and I turned right when I should have turned left. And I drove for a while going right, and I turned off my phone with Google because I thought I figured it out already. And I'm calling Mitch. I said, Mitch, where the fuck is this place?
I don't know where you.
I must have drove 3 or 4 miles in the wrong direction.
I don't know.
And Mitch said, make a long story short, I got there about a half hour late. And Mitch and Frank are standing out in front of Link's Music. So I finally got there.
Yeah. It's a nice little store.
But anyway, August 5th, okay, dude?
All right. Tell Margaret.
All right, let's get back. Don, you're buying what time I should be there. What? James, I'm mixed up. I don't understand that. Check the beat if used before date. We are free people. But are we? No, Ricky, we're really not free people. Not today. The way the American political system has gone to shit. Okay, it is forebode to question when you have to ask yourself why it is forebode. Since, yeah, old man Dan, I hear you. I hear you. I can't argue with what you're saying. I bought a case of TP. What is TP? But anyway, but getting back to the COVID thing, everybody was wiping off their groceries and everything, and then they found out that you really couldn't get it from touching stuff from somebody that had COVID, But for months, everybody, So I'll tell you what, if you had stock in any of the companies that had toilet paper, that's what I was told. Where we got into this, we couldn't get the right toilet paper. It sucked. It was crazy.
I think I kind of agree with you, Dan. If it keeps on rising, we're going to have another shutdown everywhere. It's rising here, but slower here than it is other places. But it is rising, I believe.
But here's the thing. No, now there's what I heard on the radio today, and whether it's true or not, I don't know. But apparently, more, there's an upsurge in cases of COVID, but the mortality rate is like minimal. So even though people are getting COVID, they're not dying from it. And I think, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm thinking that if you have the vaccine and you get COVID, you got a better chance of living than if you don't have the vaccine and you get COVID. Then you have a better chance of dying.
You're going to get a bunch of naysayers on.
So I think we should. Oh, Brian says I'm drunk. I might be. I'm buzzed. I cursed. It was only one glass.
I can't tell when you're drunk.
Dude, I'm good
you're
for. I'm too good for 2 full pours of Jameson before it really gets really bad. James Stewart says I was joking. Yeah, okay, James. I didn't understand exactly what you were getting at. Rick Hefner says, "What the fuck? No $15 for 6 rolls is crazy." I never noticed the price went up. I don't pay attention to the price. I just know that my basket of groceries has gotten a lot more expensive, but I don't care. I'm not hurting for money.
Oh,
and that's not to brag. It's just, the way it is. All right, Epiphonium agrees. Epiphonium, you're my hero, buddy, because whatever you agree with. Good, cool. If somebody agrees with me, that's a victory. Score!
I did have to wear a mask at the X-ray place and at therapy. They made me. Oh
yeah, no! I think anybody were near like a hospital or
actually at the therapy place, they said if I had the vaccine, I didn't have to wear. If I had both shots, which I did.
Oh, okay. Well, I think a lot of places. I think like hospitals, you got to wear it, and like I picked up my wife's prescriptions today at the pharmacy. They have a drive-through. I don't know where you all live, but here in Baltimore, most of the pharmacies have drive-through window, kind of like McDonald's. But inside, all the pharmacy people are wearing masks. I think they have to.
Yeah.
In the pharmacies.
Right.
Oh, okay, Brian. So at the dentist office, you had Yeah, I got a tooth that's about to come out, so I'll find out about that. Brian, I'll compare notes with you, buddy, about the dentist in about a week or two. I got one of my. I'm running out of teeth, folks. I never got the flu shot. I never died from the flu. So, yeah, old man Dan, I never got a flu shot.
I just started recently in the last couple of years. I didn't before that, but they talked. And
I will not.
They recommended it. They recommended it, so I got it.
I got the fucking COVID.
And there's
I'm not getting a flu shot.
There's a pneumonia shot, and when you're at a certain age, like 66 or something, or I forget what it is. And it's a one-time thing. I don't know how long it lasts.
There's another shot my wife got. I forget what it's for. It just came out a couple years ago. What's it for? Shit, I can't remember. Lyme disease? No, not Lyme disease.
Oh, shingles. Maybe shingles.
Shingles. Yeah, I had shingles once. It's weird. It's really weird with the shingles thing. So on my left hip, everything that happens to me is on my left side. So on my left hip, I had this big round thing, a rash. It was kind of rings. And I called, I rarely go to a doctor. I haven't been to a doctor for 15 years, 10 years, 15, I think it's about 15 years now.
Have you had a colonoscopy?
No.
Oh, my God.
Fuck that. You know what?
Wrong. You're wrong about that.
I know. Well, I'm 64 and I'm fine. But anyway,
you won't
so
feel
let
any
me tell you
pain.
about the look. I'm talking about shingles. We'll talk about colonoscopy in a minute. This is the medical. This is Don and Mitch's medical show.
No, that's
But anyway,
really
so I had
serious.
this ring, and it kind of burned. It didn't feel good, you know. So I just recently, for a long, gone and seen my wife's doctor. I went. He was a really cool dude, and my wife loved it. Unfortunately, the guy retired. My wife was devastated. But anyway, he says, I'm talking to him on the phone. He goes, "Oh, that's shingles." So the guy calls in a prescription. I didn't even need to go and see him. I ended up, a couple days later, I went in and saw him. But he said, "I'll call in a prescription for you." And I guess it was, what do they give you for shingles? Antibiotics?
I don't know. My mother
Whatever.
had it really
Whatever they gave.
bad.
But anyway, I went and got some pills, took them. And like within 2 days, it was all cleared up. And I went and saw him. And he said, "Yeah, that was shingle." But over the phone, the guy knew what it was. But I'm not getting a goddamn shingle. I've had shingles. I'm not getting a shingles vaccination.
But at least, Brian, at least you're sleeping. Well, you hope you're sleeping when you have the camera up there.
Fuck that. I ain't doing that.
Oh no,
shit.
I had 3. It's a good thing they did it. My last one I had, my mother died from it. That's why. If she would,
I know.
don't say anything for a minute. If she would have done it regularly, she might still be here today. That's all I got to say. But anyway, they had 3. They found 3 polyps the last time I had mine. So,
Okay.
let's see. And there is no, you don't know. There's pain. There's no pain. But now they have it where you can do it at home. You don't have to. I mean, yeah, you can. They can check your without doing the colonoscopy. Actually, that's what Margaret does.
Well, old Dan, I understand what you're saying, but it works for you, but for a lot of people it doesn't. I would say that most people probably should get it done, but I've got an issue with the whole thing. So I read something. I'm not going to get into it, but I read something about it that made me decide that I don't care. So anyway.
And what's the other thing, Don? The prostate. You ever had your prostate checked?
Nope. No.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I haven't been to a doctor in 15 years.
You got to go, man. You got to. And you're a smoker, and you drink a little bit.
Like a chimney. I don't drink as much as I used to, but I drink on Tuesdays. You could stick a camera up. Ryan, you are the greatest.
And Brian's not talking about a fire stick either. I had the other one too, the one down your throat.
Well, Quentin has a Quentin. That is the Quentin. I'm going to give you the second best post of the night. The GoPro is waterproof. There you go.
That's a little too big. Oh my God! How did we get from talking?
I don't know. All right, so the medical hour is over. Let's talk guitars.
So we went to guitars, politics, and medical crap.
Did I ever show you guys? Hey, Mitch, have we ever showed? Put me on solo. Have you guys ever seen? This is the prettiest goddamn guitar ever made.
It is.
Except if you look at Mitch's. Mitch's is better than mine, and he can't lift it up because his shoulder. I like Mitch's pattern better, but that is a pretty guitar. Because see how dark this is? Mitch's is dark down here, and mine's light. But I like it. I love this guitar. God damn it, I love this guitar.
I can't.
So anyway, let's talk. Oh!
I can't get in the position.
But I didn't tell you. All right. Come back, Mitch. Mitch, I can't see you. Where you at?
I was going to try.
But
wait a minute, I got to put you.
Don't hurt your shoulder, dude. Please.
I was trying to get the camera on the.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
but don't hurt your shoulder, okay? But so I don't want you playing electric. What's your latest electric? The SG.
I would have to say that.
I am Dr. Smith from Lost in Space.
Dr. Smith, who hasn't been to a doctor in 15 years.
Right.
Okay.
I am Dr. Smith. You are not allowed to pick up any guitar but your SG until the therapy fixes your shoulder.
If it does.
It will. They'll fix you up, dude. Nice PV. Yeah. Well, showing the bases, they might be nice, but they're goddamn 15 inches. So here, let me look how big that god. Do you know how heavy that thing is? I was told by somebody that knew a whole lot more about everything than I did back in 88, married, somewhere in the 90s. Say, I'm going to use 1995. It doesn't matter.
He's Gary Big G Tholander.
Hey, Gary.
Hey,
Gary, what's happening, dude?
How you doing, bud?
What's going on? So we got to have Gary on, I think. He likes to watch things. We'll do Gary next. Gary, you want to be on next week? We'll have you on next week. But anyway, Sean, that's 15 inches. I need 15-inch monitor or whatever they are, PA speakers. Like I need a whole net. They should have been like 10-inch, but I was told to get 15-inch. Do you know how heavy those goddamn things are? Because like years ago, we used to have outdoor, every couple, like when Janet retired, when I turned 50. Yeah, when I turned 50, when Janet retired, we had big outdoor parties, crab feast and all. And I'd take all this stuff down, and my buddy would come over, and we jam a little bit, right. And he could sing and play guitar, and I played guitar on top of him singing. You know how heavy that shit is to carry. If I'd had 10-inch monitors, they're monitors. If I'd had 10-inch monitors, they're so much lighter. And for what I do, I don't need 15-inch monitors. I'm not in a band.
I can't imagine the stuff
Brian.
I had a PV Deuce at the 212s, and that was heavy. Then I had the Univox with the 4 12-inch cab. Oh my God, there's no way. My little stuff today, I can't even.
Well, it's overkill. It's overkill. I mean, I've got a nice Behringer. You can see it. You can see it right here. A Behringer PA. That's my amplifier. The Behringer PA with two 15-inch monitors. Gary, Big G, get in touch with Mitch. We'll have you on next. We're going Wednesday. We're going Wednesday next week.
Yeah, Wednesday. I'll send you the link, Gary.
Wednesday at 7:00. Right, Mitch?
Right.
7?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because nobody does Wednesday. Hack's in hiatus right now. He's doing Tuesday at 7. So next week,
a week from Tuesday, he's doing.
This time slot next week will be Hack's time slot, 7 to 8, and then from at 8 on, go to Johnny. After Hack's done, go to Johnny Bean at 8:00, and we'll be 7:00 on Wednesday. Is that right, Mitch? Is that what we're doing?
I'm sorry, what?
Tuesday, what? Wednesday at 7.
Wednesday at 7, yeah.
Okay, all right. No, we ain't gonna pay Gary nothing, but we'll love to have Gary on. Gary, I said Jerry. So
Jerry
okay, so now I am drunk. The Jameson is kicked in. I'm saying Jerry instead of Gary. It's Gary.
Gary's got to do.
He's
got to do his Jerky Boys imitation. No one does it better than him.
Quentin Hack is on hiatus, and he's doing Tuesday night, so we're not messing with his slot. Okay, Rick, here, let's get back to guitar. Rick Hefner likes the new Japanese Jackson Dinky. I think Jackson's sound really, people that play him, I just can't get over the headstock. A lot of people don't like sorry, we did it without. Oh, almost broke it. Almost dropped it. A lot of people don't like the Epiphone headstock, which I don't really give a shit. But that hockey stick whole deal, it just doesn't. Even the pointy I will say this: the pointy hockey stick looks cooler than the hockey stick. And another thing I like to bring up. Old man Dan saying, "All right, see you, Dan. Thanks for stopping out, buddy." Brian, I've had that guitar for Christ, 21, so 11. I've had it 15, 16 years, dude. I've had that a lot. But the best thing that happened is I was changing strings on my Les Paul. Okay. And I was up here in my room, and the chair I have now you can't see it, but it has no arms. Okay. Which is, I think right chair for when you're around guitars.
Right.
But the chair that at the time was my father-in-law's old desk chair that my wife didn't want to use in her sewing room. So I said, I can't. I'm not getting rid of the chair. It's a cool chair, but it's an old wooden chair with wheels. Bitch, what happened?
I'm scratching my neck or nose, and I want people to see
You don't
me.
want to,
Yeah,
come on. We want to see you pick your nose.
it's called etiquette.
But anyway, okay, that's cool. So anyway, so I'm changing strings on the guitar, I guess, and I didn't even realize. And I was sober. I'm not going to change strings. It wasn't no, because it wasn't the Les Paul. Yeah, it was Les Paul. And I'm having problems with these locking tuners. I didn't understand what that was all about, but I'm figuring. But I wasn't drunk, hadn't been smoking any weed or anything, and I must have wrapped it up against it. So I put a big chink in the back. I'd only had this guitar like 3 or 4 months, and it's so small I can't even find it. Here it is. See it right there.
Hold on.
You don't need to. You don't need to individually. No, you don't need to individually.
I do because I don't see it anyway.
Right. Wait a second. There it is. Oh, you can't miss it. You can't miss it.
Yeah.
It's over right here. See that?
Yeah, we see it.
I'm so glad I did that because now if I put another scratch or who gives a shit? It's already a relic.
Well, you could sell it. You could sell it as a relic.
Relic. Yeah. Relic HP 2019 8. I'll never get rid of that guitar. I love it. It's such a pretty goddamn guitar.
It is.
It just sounds better because it looks so good to me. Oh yeah, James, I'm with you. I'm very fortunate. I have some friends that have the card. So I just give it to them, and what it lasts me forever. It's so strong, It's no fun to really smoke because you can only take 2 or 3 hits, and it's like you're like almost hallucinating. Shit's so strong. I will take an ugly headstock over an ugly buddy. Okay, Rick, are you the guy that doesn't like the Telecasters? Who was it that didn't like Telecaster? Yeah, you don't like Tele. I think Tele's a cool guitar. Let me tell you something. Back when I was when we were juniors in high school, we discovered Roy Buchanan. We thought Roy Buchanan was the coolest dude that ever walked the earth. I mean, he was like Hendrix to us. He was like Hendrix was cool. We loved Hendrix, but it's like Roy Buchanan, man. He made noises on that Telecaster we'd never heard before. We loved it. Brian, yeah, I know, Brian. You take good care of your guitars. You have a very nice, but you got a lot of, Brian, you have a lot of room. And Dave R., he's got a lot of room. Hack's got, it doesn't look, it's not a big room, but the way it's set up, I'm cramped, dude. I have no room. And the knob at Don, right in my state now, it's legal. Hey, they're talking, Maryland's talking about it. I can't, Maryland's a fairly liberal state, except for some reason, people in Maryland elect a Republican governor, but everything else, the whole legislature is Democrat. Maryland's a very liberal state. We're close to D.C. But I wish they would legalize it. I have no problem with that. Hack, I agree with you. I love Hack. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mess with all of you. God damn it. Tomorrow I'm going to go buy a Squire Telecaster if they have a nice one at Bill's. You heard it here first. I don't need a real Telecaster. I don't need a real, made in America. I don't care where it's made. Doesn't matter. It doesn't bother. I got over that a long time ago. If you gig with them, they're going to get scarred. I don't gig, Gary. I've never gigged in my life. Okay, Rick. Well, yeah, that's a valid point. But I'm telling you what, man, there's nothing wrong with a Telecaster. Well, we got Rick Hefner hates Tellies. We've got Brian S. and Brian 6-string Brian that don't like Strats. What's going on, Mitch?
A lot of people, it's fine.
So Mitch, I got to ask you a question. What kind of guitar do you not like?
Oh, the Explorer,
Yeah.
Firebird.
You don't like Firebirds or Explorers? What about V's?
What about what?
V's. Flying V's.
Not particular. I just don't like the looks of the other. The V's not too bad, but the Explorer, Firebird, and what's the Jazzmaster? Is that the Fender Jazzmaster? I just don't like the styles of them. I've never played them, so I might play one. I'm
So you're
really
not a
like it.
Jaguar and a Jazz
No, I
Master
don't
kind of
just
guy.
don't like the style. Now, if I played one, I might
Right.
think something
That's
totally
cool.
different because they play
That's
so
cool.
good.
That's
But
cool.
just the looks of them, I do not like. Never have.
Zach says, I haven't seen any cars lately, but knock my socks off by it. All right. Rick, you're absolutely correct. My telly is a Strat. And somebody that I highly respect their opinion on because they know how to fix guitars and play, and they know how to play guitars, told me that set it up for me. Sean's cool. Cool. There's the third best post of the night. Sean the bassist. I'm glad I play bass. I like them all. Man, score. Very good, Sean. And Brian S. doesn't like reverse hit Firebird. Au contraire. It's all, dude. You know, here's the thing, folks. All this stuff that we're talking, it's all subjective. It's GNL.
Yeah,
I'm not buying anything, James. I appreciate that very much, but I'm not buying anything online. I gotta look at it. I gotta play it. It's got to have some kind of curve appeal. It's got to be pretty.
People swear on the G&L guitars. Now
Well,
they used to have like. Remember when I don't know if they still do it on what's the other website that Guitar Center owns? It's what is it?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Musician's Friend.
Musician's Friend.
They would have those deal of the days, and a lot of times they would go for $299. The lower NGS G&Ls and some of those had good reviews.
Now, if they had a G&L, if they had a G&L here in town, a Guitar Center in Towson, or the place right up the street, I'd consider it.
Yeah, I don't know if they ever had one. I can't remember ever.
What's the deal? What's the deal with the pickups that instead of it being one pickup like this, it's like one part's up and one part's down?
On the G&Ls? Is that what you're talking about?
I think the G&Ls
I don't know.
That.
I don't know.
And I don't know. Fender might even do it too. But what is that all about? Why are, like, in other words, the
poles? You're talking about the
poles?
The
poles, the EA and the D pole are up, and the GB and the E poles are down, or vice, whatever it is. What's that all about? Anybody know? Let's get some. I need some input from you, knowledgeable people.
Somebody will explain it better than I. But it's for the sound to get the exact right distance to it, and I'm sure there's a spec to it.
Brian Spalding, you are late, dude. Good Lord. We've almost been 2 hours. We're about ready to shut this show down, but hold on a second. Let's see something. Christ, we got 30 watching. We've been going 2 hours, Mitch. What's going on here?
We're going to get ready to shut down a little bit.
Well, we got 30 watching. We can't shut
I got to eat something.
Yeah, well, we'll shut down here next 5 minutes. We'll go five more minutes.
Right.
Or 10 more. Let's go. It's 8:49. We'll go to 9 o'clock. All right? It's 11 more minutes.
Right. Yeah, we done quite well tonight. We hung around 30 the whole time. We got 31 right now.
We're just two happening MFers. That's all it is, man. Don, if you don't like the guitar, you can ship it back, full refund with it. Dude, let me tell you something. I think Sweetwater is probably the premier online buying site. And I bought something from them, and they won't leave you alone. I'll have nothing to do with Sweetwater because what's the word
ingenuous or
no, over and over I can't think of the word. I'm wasted. I've had too much Jameson.
I can't eat anymore. DT says I already have my Big Mac. He knows all about what to eat and what not to eat with his problems going on. Yeah, I know, but I'm still
You think
hungry.
that's going to stop them? I mean, you got to have something. Eat a
That's my
salad.
only. I don't
Have a
drink. I don't
salad. Have a
smoke.
salad for dinner, man.
Oh, I haven't had a salad since I quit dieting 2 months ago.
Ah, come on. Start eating the salads.
Because
I
here, let me
pushed
tell you,
my thumb up my butt, Brian.
Don,
What? Right.
when I started dieting in March for 2 months, I lost like 41 pounds. I gained 91 back. I mean, I gained 19 back of the 41 I lost. But I was eating salad all the time, but not in the last 2 months. I haven't been eating
Hey,
salad.
hey, Mitch, highlight Sonia's post. That is the
And you
word.
dated, and you dated, yeah,
There's in
and,
un
and you dated.
inundated. So you buy something from Sweetwater, and they email the shit out of you. They text you. They call you. Those bastards called me in the middle of a rush hour when I was
Oh,
working
they
at the
call me
bar at the
today.
train station, and I didn't. I don't know
They
why.
don't do it a
I don't even know
lot.
why I answered the phone, but something about the area code. I'm thinking this might be my
I like dealing with.
my
Here's why
aunt's
I like
family.
dealing with Sweetwater because sometimes Joe won't have or Lynx won't have what I'm looking
Right.
for.
Yeah.
And so actually, I ordered a Yamaha one, but I was recommended not to switch my order, so I switched it for this, and they switched it out for me before it shipped,
Right.
and plus they knocked a couple bucks off that guitar.
Right.
So
See, the reason I'm going to buy a guitar at a place that I can play it, look at it, and generally when you do that, you get a free setup. So even if the setup isn't that good, it's still set up. It's going to be in tune. And if I don't like the way they set it up, then I'll just slide a couple dollars to my boy Jesse's guitar, and uh,
DT
he,
they
he,
might email me a couple times, but not
right.
very much at all.
I have my own personal guitar tech, and he takes care of me, and I take care of him. And I mean, I could buy it online, and if it sucked, I could send it to Jeff. But
DT, I never asked for a setup. Maybe I should have, but I figure it might be hard to explain. That my guy, it's been setting up my guitars for 5 years here in town. He knows exactly. I don't have to say anything. I said, you know what I like, but he did it. He set this one. He checked with the acoustic. He checked the electronics on it, and I think it sounds wonderful now.
Hey, Rick Hefner, while you're whatever did you get any satisfaction from Gibson or wherever you bought your Les Paul from? Because I know you had issues when you first bought it.
Who was that?
Rick Hefner. His black Les Paul. He had a few issues with it when he first got it.
Oh, that's right. He did. Yeah.
And I've kind of forgot what happened with that. We kind of lost track of that.
Did he say trouble staying in tune or something?
Yeah, that's what's cool about Sweetwater. I mean, if you can work the guys at Sweetwater, but I think you can work the guys at anybody online if you try. You got to ask. The key is asking, talking to one of the reps and asking. You got to ask for a deal. You want to get a good deal.
Les Nagy, I didn't see you. I don't know.
Hey, Les, what's happening, man? I think he just popped in.
We got 32.
Mark Tanner, you've been here, right? Yeah,
Mark.
He just I haven't seen his name pop up. Yeah, and I understand you can send it back, but I'm not. I will not deal with Sweetwater. And look, everybody else
That's
deals
fine.
with Sweetwaters and loves them. It's that one time when they called. I said I was in the middle of a Friday run. Friday is like the busiest day down at the train station at the bar. It's like, you're a one-man show, and they have $2 Yingling drafts. It takes a while for the draft to fill up, so you're doing that, and then somebody wants a goddamn Bloody Mary, and you got to mix all this shit, and then out of nowhere somebody wants a martini, and if you make a martini right, it's not something you make in like 2 seconds. If you want it to be right, and I want to make my drinks right, but they called me right in the middle of rush hour. It's like, I told them, I said, don't ever call me again. They never did. Yeah, you're right, DT. Look, Sweetwater, all I can say is good things about them other than what happened to me the one time. And it just left a bad taste in my mouth. And that's the kind of asshole that I am,
I gotta say hi to my little sister there. Yeah, I went to had an X-ray today, Jude, and I went to therapy. X-ray didn't
Huh?
show anything, but we'll see how therapy goes for a couple, 3, 4 weeks or whatever. Then I might have to get an MRI. So we'll go from there.
Rick, I should show up in the chat. Here, I'll just because I should show up in the chat. You got to do 2 capital N3, and I should come right up. Let's see that.
Right.
2 and no, I'm not showing up. Maybe I can't. Maybe I can't bring myself up.
Did you close out of? Did you? Oh no. Are you still in the pop-up chat?
Yeah.
You're
Maybe
there.
because
You're there for me. I see you.
Okay. All right.
The at 2 and 3, all capital. Yeah.
Yeah. All capitals 2 and 3, but the 2 capital N3 should bring. There you go. There you are. Okay. All right, Rick. We got that. All right. 4 more minutes. Countdown. 4 minutes. What else we got?
I don't know. We didn't talk about much, did we? Except we said we talked about guitars, politics, doctors,
too much into politics and COVID, but
colonoscopies.
We talked about some
prostate.
Serious shit tonight. Prostate.
Yeah, we name it all. I just know I feel like playing guitar. I want to play guitar.
I called somebody a male phallic object, so we covered all the male anatomy tonight. And again, Sonia, thank you so much for coming up with the word that I couldn't think of. It was on the tip of my tongue. But Jameson has a way of making things, just
Brian, I'm on CPAP, so I can only sleep on one side, which is this side. And so normally I sleep on my back and have all kinds of trouble with my arms falling asleep if I don't keep them a certain way. That sucks. That wakes me up.
So hey, Brian, you want to hear? Go, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was saying I sleep good. I slept good last night, but I must have woke up 3 or 4 times.
So Brian S. says he got a sleep number bed and it helped him out. So I'll tell you a funny sleep number bed story. So let's see. Gypsy's 4 years old, 2, 6, so 12. About 17, 18 years ago, my wife's friend at work got a sleep number bed and raved about how great it was. So, so there's a indoor mall, Columbia Mall, which is between here and DC. So we went down there, and my wife stroked this salesman so bad. It was so bad. I'll tell you how long ago this was. You could still smoke indoors. So I went out and had a cigarette because, just buy, as far as I was concerned. And one of the reasons why me and my wife live a pretty comfortable life is she was very good treasurer of the corporation here, the Smith household. And so it was, all the financial decisions were hers. I contributed. And so I come in, I said, what'd you end up getting? She goes, it was too much. I said, what? So we were in there for over an hour, and I thought we were getting the sleep number bed, right? We didn't. So we walked down about four stores past the sleep number bed, and there's a pet store. We walk in there, and my wife falls in love. Now, we used to have a Scotty, a West Highland Terrier, and a Scottish Terrier. These were the 2 dogs we had when we moved into this house. Well, no, when we got married. So she fell in love with this little dog called a Silky Terrier, which looks like a Westie or Scotty, but it's a little smaller and it's silver, and it was like $1,400, and this is almost 20 years ago, folks. My wife, what? How much? $1,400. My wife goes, "What's the cheapest dog you have?" And I had been looking at this goofy-looking dog that wasn't a puppy anymore. All the other dogs in the pet store are in these little tiny cages. They're little puppies. They're little tiny things. Well, they have, for the bigger dogs, they have the bigger cages at the bottom. But they got a lot of dogs. Okay. And there's this stupid looking black dog, and I had never seen anything like it. It kind of looked like a poodle, but it wasn't, and it's just sitting there and it's staring at me. And I'm going, that's a cool looking dog. But, my wife's talking to the guy. She goes, what's the cheapest dog you have in the store? And they point to this dog, this black dog. She goes, the Labradoodle. And my wife goes, a Labradoodle? What's a Labradoodle? Well, it's part poodle, part lab. And she goes, and she looked at it, and it's looking at us, just sitting there looking at us, not crying or anything, just sitting there looking at a stupid looking dog, but it's cute. And my wife goes, oh, and they have petting rooms. Can we see it? She goes, sure. So we go down to the petting room. They bring this ball. Make a long story short, we buy this fucking dog. It's like $600. This dog, let me tell you something. This dog is at the point of, if somebody doesn't buy this dog, it's going to get euthanized, okay? Because that's what they do at these dog stores. If people don't buy it, they don't send it to a shelter. They just take it to a vet and have it put down. So we take it in the room, love it. Make a long story short, and I got to buy this big goddamn cage. They never charged me for the person didn't know what they were doing. I paid for the dog, but they never charged us for the cage, which is cool. So they bring it out. It's very weird. We got to drive around to a certain part of the mall, and they bring it out to us. And I don't even know how I got into this, but
I don't either. But go ahead.
But I'm a tangent man. But anyway, so instead of buying the Sleep Number bed, we bought a goddamn dog. I love that dog. This dog was the coolest dog. It would chase. I got a little football. It would chase the football. So I was like the quarterback, and I go, blue 223. Ready, go. And it would go out. I'd throw the football. It would go get the football and bring it back to me. I got a little football for our little tiny terrier, that mixed, rescue dog that we have now. She doesn't fetch anything. And she has no interest. I miss my pig.
Like my
I miss
dog.
my pig doggy so much. All right, it's 9:02. We're done. That's the story. And you got anything else, Mitch?
No, that's it. I want to thank everybody.
All right, thank everybody. Y'all rock.
We have 32 people in here right now. That's
now?
That's awesome.
Jeez.
Right now.
Sorry, folks.
That's
I hate
awesome.
to shut it down on 32.
Oh, no. It's 2 hours.
We've been 2 hours, and Mitch and I are hungry. So I got my dogs at the pound, $20 tops. Yeah, Don's a rock star. He has his own tech. No, I'm not a rock star. Blackjack guitar. We have the busted dog in the back. And let's real quick. Let's check the chat here. Brian has a busted dog in the back with a bad knob location. Oh man!
Oh, you missed
$1,400 for just have it. Hey, dude, let me tell you something. So the Labradoodle, real quick. We'll stay on for a few more minutes, Mitch. Just the Labradoodle whole thing was a creation of a guy for a service dog, like a C&I dog, but Labrador retrievers are great C&I dogs, but a lot of people are allergic to dogs. Well, a poodle is a hypoallergenic type dog. Most people are not allergic to poodles.
Right.
So this guy in Australia, I think it's Australia. I could be wrong. I stand to be correct. I'm pretty sure I'm right. This guy in Australia years ago crossed poodles with Labradors, came up with the Labradoodle. Just for this guy, I think the person was in Hawaii. If you do a search, origin of the Labradoodle.
Designer dogs.
But this was for a good purpose because
right. My dog's like that. Skylar's a multi-poo.
Multi-poo, okay.
And she don't shed.
Poodle is a hype. They don't shed. Now we had real bad genes, and ours was probably from a puppy farm because Pia was a Labradoodle. She shed terrible. It was ridiculous. But anyway, so they have golden doodles, which I think are really cool. They're like, instead of a Labradoodle's black most of the time, but not all the time. Sometimes they're blonde. Right. But the golden doodle is blonde, and they're prettier than the black dog. Okay. Somebody had, you see the bumper stickers on cars, and somebody had a thing for, and I checked this site out when I got home. They're like $3,000, $3,500 for these goddamn.
Yeah.
So $1,600 is actually a good deal for that silky chair, or $1,400, whatever it was. SG is cheaper than the dog too, but not. If we ever get another dog, if something happens to Gypsy, it'll be a rescue. All right. Good night, everybody.
See y'all later, and thanks so much.
People, you people rock. And next week, Wednesday night, 7:00, we're gonna have Gary on. Okay, Gary G, Big G.
All right, Big G. See ya.
I'm gonna hang around, Mitch, for a minute.